Hello friends, I welcome you all to this course on Entrepreneurship Development and Business Management. In this lecture, we'll be understanding the concept of entrepreneurship, entrepreneur, entrepreneur in the context of agriculture, and characteristics of entrepreneur. Basically, the term entrepreneur has been derived from the French word entreprendre, and the similar term was also available in German language, which means to undertake. The meaning of both the words are to undertake. It means the person who is ready to take any new activity can be termed as an entrepreneur. In French language it is spelled as entreprendre, and in German language it is spelled as Unternehmen. The connotations of the French term also include the person who is ready to be an adventurer, or who is an undertaker, or who is a projector. All these meanings are leading to the elements of newness. The person who is taking a new task is accepting a new thing is called an entrepreneur. Basically, the literal meaning of the term entrepreneur, defined by Weber in 1930, he said that the entrepreneur is a product of a particular social conditions in which they means the entrepreneur is influenced by the society from which he is coming from. So you can observe the societal influence on entrepreneur, and it is the society which shapes the personality of an individual and as an entrepreneur. Maybe the society will provide him an opportunity, or the society will deprive him an opportunity. In either of the cases, there is a possibility of development of entrepreneurship. In the first case, when the society provides him a congenial environment, obviously he can shape his future in a desired manner, and he develops as an entrepreneur. And in the second case, where the society deprives him of the opportunity, he takes it as a challenge, and consequently he develops into an entrepreneur. One beautiful example that we can quote as how the society behaves with an individual and how an individual can take it as a challenge is the case of our present Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Shri Narendra Modi ji comes from a very normal middle class family, and who in his childhood sold tea with his father and became the 14th Chief Minister of Gujarat in the year 2001 at the age of 51, and also the 14th Prime Minister of India in 2014 at the age of 64. Yes, my dear friends, at the age of 64, he became our Prime Minister. There are so many social challenges he has observed in his life, but in spite of all those, he has turned to be an entrepreneur. Now coming to the next definition given by Sculptor, who explains the concept of an entrepreneur as the person who destroys existing economic order and introduces new economic order into the economy. So how he is doing that? He is doing that by introducing a new product, a new service, or a new organization, by exploiting the raw materials that are available and coming out with a new product. The person who does all these things is called an entrepreneur. It regularly happens in our day-to-day life, but we need to observe it. The traditional products what we are purchasing from last many years, now we are switching over to some new products. It means we are disturbing the established economic order, and we are introducing a new economic order because the new product is having certain elements of innovativeness and it adds a certain advantages to the new products. We can take the example of many beauty products which was used many years before by our mothers and grandmothers is been replaced by new products. There are n number of examples we can quote. Another example given by Encyclopedia Britannica, which says an individual response for the operation of a business. This we can very well understand that there is an equal opportunity of being a successful entrepreneur for each one of us. But there is one person who is responding to it and he becomes an entrepreneur. Suppose I and my friend were having equal opportunities of becoming an entrepreneur. We had equal opportunity of identifying it as an enterprise as well. But I did not respond to it. And my friend responded to it. So he became an entrepreneur and I remained as a common person. So that is what the meaning of individual response for an operator of a business means. Now let us understand the concept of entrepreneur in agricultural context, which we called as Agripreneur. There are a number of national and international researches which provide the farmers with new technology, and the farmers are responding to that also. So now the question arises whether farmer can become an entrepreneur only by adopting a new agricultural technology. The answer to this is no. He can be regarded as an innovative farmer or an early adopter or an early majority. These are the classifications we have of the adopter categories. But he cannot become an entrepreneur. So when he becomes an entrepreneur? He becomes an entrepreneur when he comes to be an operator of a farm business. Coming to the concept of entrepreneurship, earlier what we were discussing was an individual activity. Entrepreneur was an individual activity. It is pertaining to a particular individual. But the concept of entrepreneurship is a process. The person who accepts this as a profession, he has to be in this profession over a period of time. So that is how it becomes a process by which the individual, either on their own or inside organization, pursues the opportunities without regard to the resources they currently control. Now let us move on to the characteristic of entrepreneur. The first and foremost quality of an entrepreneur is the need for achievement. What do you mean by the need for achievement? It means a desire to succeed or a desire to excel, where success is measured against a personal standard of excellence. David McClelland in 1961 argued that individuals who are high in need for achievement are more likely than those who have high degree of responsibility for outcomes. Thus, the people high in need for achievement will be more likely to pursue entrepreneurial jobs than other types of roles. The next motivating trait of entrepreneur is the willingness to take risk. The risk-taking propensity is another motivation of interest which emerged from David McClelland's original research work of entrepreneurship. The risk that entrepreneurs take in starting or operating their own business is varied. By investing their own money, they assume a financial risk. If they leave their secure jobs, they risk their career, the stress and time required in starting and running a business may also place their families at risk. The next most important qualities of an entrepreneur being locus of control. It is another motivation trait. Locus of control is the belief in the extent to which individuals believe that their actions or personal characteristics affect outcomes. Individuals who have an external locus of control believes that the outcome of an extent is out of their control, whereas individuals with an internal locus of control believes that their personal actions directly affect the outcome of an event. The point was extended by Rotter, who argued that individuals with an internal locus of control would be likely to seek entrepreneurial roles because they desire positions in which their actions have a direct impact on result. The next most important motivational trait of entrepreneurship is self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the belief in one's ability to master and implement the necessary personal resources, skills, and competencies to attain a certain level of achievement on a given task. An individual with high self-efficacy for a given task will exert more effort for a greater length of time, persist through setbacks, set and accept higher goals, develop better plans and strategies for the task. The next most important characteristics of an entrepreneur being flexibility. Most of the successful entrepreneur measures the pros and cons of a decision and tend to change if the situation demands. They never feel reluctant to reverse their decisions. They are the persons with open mind without rigidity. The next most important quality of an entrepreneur being innovativeness. Innovativeness means creating something new, bringing something new to every product. Successful entrepreneurs are innovators. They constantly put their efforts in introducing new products, new methods of production, opening new markets, and recognizing the enterprise. The next important qualities of an entrepreneur being perseverance. Entrepreneurs has got this quality of sticking to the job he decides to undertake. Once committed to a specific goal and course of action, entrepreneurs become absorbed to it. They work sincerely until the whole project is successfully implemented. The next important and the most important quality of an entrepreneur being strategic vision. Strategic vision in this context means future-oriented goal setting based on entrepreneurial analysis for determining the content of enterprise. In addition to the aforesaid characteristics of entrepreneur, researchers have identified some other characteristics. Those are decision makers, independent, positive self-concept, analytical mind, creative, interpersonal communication skill, and interpersonal communication skill ability, etc. So till now, we have discussed the literal meaning of an entrepreneur, entrepreneur in agricultural context, entrepreneurship, and characteristics of an entrepreneur. Thank you.